All right, if you guys want to top off your hydraulic fluid, this is the refill section. Remove the little black cap, all right, and top it off. So what we have going on here, this is what completely empty. So we went down AutoZone. You guys see that? Say hydraulic oil. All right. You want to get that from AutoZone. Remove that box. In some case, you might need a 13 millimeter, but you know this is 13 millimeter. I don't know about your truck. So this one requires 13 millimeter. You remove that screw, and then another one over here. You remove it. That allows you to have access to this and open this and dump your hydraulic fluid in it, right? But the problem we have here is that this little hose is not holding right. So what I have to do is to cut it and then have a new connection right there. Now you guys can see it's tight to them. It's not going anywhere anymore. See that? See the fluid's going down. So when the lift gear is going up, the fluids go down. When the lift gear is going down, the fluids go up. So it seems like when the lift gear going down, it releases the fluid back in the tank. Then if the lift gear is going up, it sends the fluid in the hydraulic system. How cool is that? All right, so now it's working. All we have to do is do some cleaning right here, because when that little hose came off, it make a little mess, and we just have to wipe it up and we be done. So that's something like that I want to show you guys, because I know many of you guys running box truck, you have a lift gate, sometimes it's not working. All you need to do is get your set of tools to remove this box, and you're gonna see your hydraulic container right there. Top it off, you'll be good to go. So guys, now you know how to fix your lift gate. If you're running into a situation your lift gate is not going up but it coming down, or whatever the situation might be, check to see if your hydraulic fluid is low or something. Okay, so something I want to let you guys know is that if you put in the hydraulic fluid, do not tap it all the way up. If you see some fluid on the ground right now, what happened is that you see this container is pretty much empty. When we opened that box, the hydraulic container was completely empty, right? Because our lift gate wasn't going all the way up. So that hydraulic container was completely empty. So what we did, we dumped the entire container. This right here is like a $19 AutoZone. All right, you guys want to get that, right? So we dumped the entire thing, and it was too loaded up. And remember, when you're taking the lift gate down, it send the hydraulic fluid back into the container. You know what I'm saying? If you're taking the lift gate up, it will send the liquid. Give me a minute. If you're sending the lift gate up, it will send all the hydraulic in the system. It will push it in the system to allow the lift gate to raise up, right? But then if you're taking the lift gate down, now it will send the hydraulic back into the container, right? But if you overfill the container, it's not going to have room to send everything that left into the system, right? So you have to make sure you keep it not in the middle, but you know, leave some space for any leftover fluid that coming from the system back into the container. We dump everything in it. So when we were trying to take the lift gate down, it sent all the fluid back. Boom! It make a mess everywhere. It removed that black cap and it make a mess everywhere. So I just want to let you guys know. I hope you guys understand my English, but what I'm trying to say here: do not overfill your hydraulic container, and you need a 13 millimeter depending on what type of motor you have. All right, so this is the box for the motor. Once again, on my channel, man, I try to put some helpful tips for you guys, because in this trucking business we don't profit a lot. You know, brokers and dispatchers take everything. Have to be able to share some information with each other so we can save some money, right? Yep, so we done. He got a load on the truck right now. He's going to Wisconsin to deliver that. He actually picked up that load from Jeffersonville, I think Jeffersonville, Indiana. So it's an appointment load. That's the fittest load. So appointment is appointment. So he's 4 hours away. and we are here in Illinois. So he picked up the load last night and he drove all the way out here. He got here at around 10 o'clock. He took his time. I told him to come here so we can do the oil change. We just did an oil change. Right now in my trunk, I have dirty oil and everything like that. So we did an oil change, and on top of that, the liftgate wasn't working. Because of the liftgate, there's a couple loads that we wasn't able to book while he was over the road. You know what I'm saying? So I said, okay, we're just gonna find a way to book a load that don't require a liftgate until you come back home. Then I can take care of the problem. So I went down, how you call this, AutoZone last night around 7 p.m. and I bought hydraulic fluid and everything. So I told him to meet me out here. We took care of the situation. Liftgate is working now, and he's going to deliver at 2 p.m. because it's appointment. So it's 8:30 as we speak, and he's 4 hours away. Appointment is 2 p.m. So I think 2 or 2:30 or something like that. So he got more time to get to Wisconsin, you know, and get that load taken care of. But I just want to let you guys know, man, if something, because this dealership, the truck dealership, they're ripping people off like crazy. Can you imagine if we have to take this liftgate to a dealership this morning and say, hey, yo, my liftgate is not working? You know how much they're going to charge just to tap off the hydraulic fluid? Just to tap off the hydraulic fluid. They're going to charge you almost $500 to $600. If it's $500 to $600, you're lucky. You know, something they could do in maybe 10 minutes. They will keep your truck there for maybe 2-3 hours and then charge you thousands of dollars for labor. So I just want to let you guys know, take the time, get yourself some tools that you can keep in your truck or home. I have every single tools that you need to work on pretty much all these, you know, whatever, all the necessary tools, right? And that's what I do. So now I'm going back home. And my Honda, I also have to replace the wheel bearing. I'm pretty sure you guys can hear the noise. I got into the series of pothole and it blew up my tire, so my wheel bearing messed up. So just got back home. But I just want to let you guys know, man, in this business, if you want to stay profitable, you have to, you know, learn how to do stuff on your own. Because main thing is like the bigger issue when it comes to this box trucking business. You guys see, I'm sweating like crazy because I had to, you know, do the oil change, mess with the liftgate. The liftgate's down. It wasn't a big issue. The fluid was completely out. Since I bought that truck, I never get to add any hydraulic fluid at all, you know, until he told me, oh, it wasn't working. And for the fact that he didn't have any tools on him, so I told him, I said, okay, just let it go. When you get here, we take care of that, you know. When you guys see in my garage, I have a lot of tools because I work on my cars. I work on my car, my wife's car, my daughter's car. I'm about to do the wheel bearing replacement on this car as well. And I do a lot of crazy stuff just to save myself money because I have the house full with my kids and everything. So yeah, you guys get some tools, keep it on you. Go down Walmart and get that toolbox that have like different set in it. Maybe sometimes like 200 pieces in a toolbox, whatever, like 10 millimeter, 9 millimeter, 7 millimeter, all that crazy stuff, and keep it in your truck. You never know when you're going to need it. Get yourself some fitted screwdrivers or flat screwdriver and adjustable wrench, something like that. Keep it in your truck because when you're over the road, you have something that you can take care of in the meantime. Yeah. I just didn't want him to mess with stuff like that on his own. So I said, hey, just bring it here. When we're ready to do service on the truck, we will take care of everything. Let me show you guys see my truck real quick. It's all dirty oil. I had a new filter. I have like 3 of these in my toolbox. I was supposed to do the fuel filter replacement, but we're running out of time, so I didn't want to just hold him too much. But that's gonna be another day. But yeah, this is completely empty. You know, we end up dumping everything in it, and all of these I'm going to. It's loaded up with the dirty oil. Every time I finish, I try to put like the dirty oil back into the container and take it down to AutoZone. And I have that little blanket as well that I put underneath my truck. You know, allow me to lay down and do some oil change. And you definitely want to have yourself something like this. You see this container? You see that? I think it's 5-gallon bucket, oil bucket. I think it's 5 gallon if I'm not mistaken. I bought 2 of these on Amazon. It's around $25. All right. They allow you to also, you know, you don't need funder to dump the dirty oil in the container, right? So you guys want to have something like this and keep it in your garage. I use it for my oil change on my vehicle, oil change on my truck. So for the truck, this is like a 1.5 full. You know, when I'm doing the oil change, the dirty oil is 1 full and then half of the other one, right? So yeah, that's, you can see how dirty the oil look, how dirty the oil looks. So yeah, I just want to let you guys know, man. This right here, all I did was get oil from Walmart.com, less than 100. I think it's around $150 for 6 gallon. You know, 3 in one box, that's 6 gallon. 15 W40 for the oil number. All right. So I use the T6, the full synthetic oil, right? Which is really good. The T6, I think is good. Every time we use T6, it saves a lot on gas, and the engine perform really smooth. So I like to use the T6. The only time I use below T6 if I'm running out of T6. All right. Because sometimes I go to Walmart, they don't have the T6 in stock, or they don't have it online. Then I could take the T4 or T5, right? But keep in mind, you got, you know, 15 W40 if your truck is how you call that, common engine. That's 15 W40, right? So that's your boy from Africa, man. I guess I will see you guys in the next video. Peace and love.